Hello everyone, this is Vipul Purohit and you're watching my YouTube channel. My dear friends, in this particular session, I'm going to explain you about something which is going to be very important with respect to your development of overall personality. Now, as you are pursuing your formal education, and when I talk about formal education, so the initial part I'm talking about, when you are into your degree college, you're doing your graduation, so that I'm talking about with respect to say science or arts or commerce or engineering, etc. etc. Now my dear friends, apart from having this degree, you need to have some other attributes as well, so that you stand a good place in a society. Now this is where you need to concentrate, where you need to focus on the overall development of your personality. The university teachers, professors are making good attempts in all the colleges to make sure that your overall development takes place. And with this perspective in mind, they organize various activities. Some of those are at the intra-collegiate level. That means it's restricted only to the students of that particular college. Sometimes it is to a higher level, intercollegiate event, different colleges. Sometimes inter-university, different universities. Alright? So the prime objective is to bring about some more attributes so as to make sure your profile becomes very strong. So now, out of so many activities, one of the most common activities as far as the science faculties is concerned is science exhibition, wherein there are going to be science projects. The students are going to be encouraged to project themselves, with some topics related to science. And when I talk about science, I talk about chemistry and the botany and the zoology and the computer science and maths and etc. etc. So the students have to prepare a project and then they have to present it. So that's basically a science exhibition. So with this particular perspective in mind, I've thought of preparing this particular video so as to give an idea about that if you want to participate in such activities, then what are the possible topics which you can explore with respect to chemistry. Now my dear friends, I would like to say over here one important thing, and that is when the teachers, when the professors are making so much efforts, it's your duty to participate in that. Your participation will increase your confidence level. So here the title, you can see the chemistry projects for undergraduates. Now what are the importance, or what are the qualities which are going to be so much important, which you are going to imbibe unknowingly, knowingly by participating in such events. Number one is, when you talk about chemistry projects during science exhibitions, then the teacher says that you select a topic and you prepare a project. Sometimes it's a working model, sometimes it's a non-working model. You prepare a presentation on that, and then in front of the judges you need to present it, depending upon what type of your project is. So first thing which will come into mind is the selection of the topic. So that comes the very first one. So when you talk about the selection of the topic, so you need to give a thought for that. You just cannot just start as it is. Alright. So right from the first step, and that is, we talk about the inception stage. This is the initial stage. Next thing is, when you design a project, please remember that what is its applications to the society. That's the first and the foremost purpose that has to revolve in your mind while selecting a particular topic. So when you talk about inception, I can also call this as conceptualization. So as I said, you need to give some thought process on which topic has to be selected. So one of the most important thought processes, what is going to be the application of this project on the society? Obviously, it's on the positive note. Okay, that is to be there. Next thing is, when we talk about a project, it should not be copy and paste. No, you cannot do that. Okay? There has to be some innovative idea in this. Okay? There has to be what? Some innovation. We call it as, another word is research. Okay, I'm using this word. Now please be very careful, my dear friends, that when I use this term research, okay, it's being in two parts, re and search. Re means again, once again, okay, go for a search. Means it's already existing, you need to make some modifications with a view that the results which are already being obtained, okay, they are better than what is being done. Okay, so that should be the perspective. It's nothing new. I don't say you do it something absolutely new. That is called as an invention. Okay, I'm not using the word invention, I'm using the word research. Okay, so for that purpose, okay, you need to go through the various papers, research papers. It's also called as a literature survey. So through the literature survey, you get an idea. Yes, that on this particular topic. So once you do the conceptualization, then you go for a literature survey. You find out that yes, this is the topic what I have selected and what all research has been done with respect to this particular topic and what modifications you can bring about. Okay, so that is what is research. So that the final result that we get is at least at par or above to the existing studies. Okay, that should be the frame of mind. So you can understand now that how you are developing your overall personality through this projects. Okay, it's first thing is you bringing your conceptualization. So that means it's all about mental aptitude. Okay, next is when you talk about the research part, when you talk about a working model, I give you two options. It can be one is a working model and the other one has to be what? A non-working model. So obviously, when you talk about chemistry, when you talk about science, so much more of a weightage is being given for a working model. But then every time it's practically not possible to demonstrate. Okay, so sometimes we can just say that, okay, this is what my presumption is, this is what my perception is, this is what my idea is. Okay, and it can work around in this way, okay, and so as to give this results. Okay, the output part. So that comes out to be what? You're talking about hypothetical terms. So that comes out to be what? A non-working model. So that idea, okay, that innovative idea also, okay, carries marks for that particular project. Okay, because whatever the final analysis is being done about the project, okay, they are being segregated into various subcategories. Okay, first is the choice of your topic. The second is how innovative your idea is. Then how you present it. Okay, and then the application to the society. So that's the reason you need to do some reverse engineering. You always start with the application to the society. So from that point of view, you select a particular topic. And then, as I said, okay, once the conceptualization is being done, okay, you Google it out, you search, you do find out the literature survey of what the work are being done. And then you start thinking about, all right, that if I change the parameters, okay, or some sort of a procedure, all right, and I try to make sure that it works it, okay, because sometimes what happens is it doesn't work, then obviously it's of no use, all right, but then you need to just think about it in that way, that these are the parameters which are being used. If I change the parameters, it's still working, okay, so that means it's your research, all right. So this is what the actual idea goes for. And then when you go for presentation, as I said, there are some marks for the presentation part as well. So your communication skill increases, your confidence level increases. Okay, so these are the attributes, okay, which is going to be developed, will be a part of your personality, which is definitely going to help you out a lot, apart from your graduation or a post-graduation degree, because this is what is required, okay, when you actually step out, okay, into the world. Okay, that is a practical world which I'm talking about. Okay, now I'm not talking about a job and all these things, please. Okay, you can either be an entrepreneur, okay, or you make yourself more employable. The choice is yours. But in whatever case, if you want to become an entrepreneur or if you want to become a good employee, in both the cases, that means whether it's an employer or an employee, you need to have these basic skills. Okay, and this will give you a good platform for that. So whatever is the duration, okay, which is there for your getting a formal education, which is I'm talking about a graduation, so that's the time you can use to develop all these skills. Alright, so and please make your profile much more strong enough before you step into the practical world. Alright, so this is what the line of thinking I explained you with respect to the chemistry projects or any projects which are related to science. Okay, now next important thing is, many times what happens is I find out some very enthusiastic students. Okay, they are, very enthusiastic. I want to do this, I want to do this. Okay, I'm much more interested in research, etc. But then the problem is, they don't know from where to start. Alright, that's the problem. So, when you need to find out or perceive that, yes, this is what I need to work for. So, I need to have some ideas in my mind. Okay, so I can give you some topics that will give you a clarity that, yes, I can work on this. Okay, so as far as getting an idea is concerned, okay, you need to know the topics, okay, on which we can work on. But then, as I said, it's not a copy and paste. Okay, it is just you are taking some ideas. That's it, nothing else. Okay, and then you are making the use of your innovative skills to bring about some modifications in that and present you a new one. Alright, and that is what I say. We use the word what? Research. Okay, so somewhere we need to start off with. So for that, the idea is required. Okay, and with this particular point of view, I have decided to put those ideas with respect to the chemistry projects, okay, which you can start thinking about, and then, as I say, you start making some modifications in that. Alright, and see whether you get the same results as it is being projected by the existing research or something better than that. Okay, and that becomes your own project. Okay, so this is what, the teachers also must have already told you all this. Okay, that there is a science exhibition, please participate, put forward your projects. It has to be something innovative. So this is what the professor, the teacher means. Okay, it should not be not necessary. It has to be absolutely new, 100% new, not necessary. Okay, that's the difference between a research and invention part. Okay, it's just research project. So for this, you need to just Google out and streamline your ideas, and accordingly you can put forward. Okay, so this was the first part of the video, where I just wanted to make you understand that what exactly participating in the science exhibitions, in the science projects is all about. Okay, I definitely through this video will like you to participate whenever you get this particular opportunity. Alright, because as I said, it is going to improve many of your skills, which is required once you complete your formal education. Okay, the second part is, as I said, the title of the video is the chemistry topics. Okay, so that you can take ideas from that and accordingly you can present your own project. So I'll be giving you in this continuing session of this particular video, I will be giving you the topics related to chemistry where you can work about. Okay, you can take the information with respect to that particular topic, and then you can find out certain changes in the parameter so as to make your own. Alright, so I hope you have understood the first part of this video very well. Alright, my dear friends, then as I said, I'll just give you some ideas related to the topics on which you can prepare your chemistry projects. And then, of course, you get the procedure of these topics and then you can bring about the modifications from your side, and that becomes innovative. So certain ideas are, first is study of physical-chemical parameters of water. Now it can include COD, BOD, TDS, then the pH, the conductivity, the temperature, the certain metals, non-metals present in the various qualities of water. It can be water from the sea, it can be water from a beach. You can make some comparative analysis. Next is we have analysis of detergents. Next we have estimation of heavy metals which are present in chocolates, the candies, the tomato puree. Next we have analysis of certain ores. They are very important as far as the commercial importance is concerned. Next is we have rainwater harvesting. Another environmental point of view is very important. And the scarcity of water poses a lot of problems. So rainwater harvesting is an idea which is coming up to a greater extent. Only thing is it has to be now made practical. Same way, from the environmental point of view, we can talk about biodiesel. Then synthesis and characterization of certain transition metal complexes. Obviously, first of all, you need to identify the application of that, and then accordingly, which particular transition metal complex can be synthesized. You can think about that. Analysis of fruits and vegetable juices. Okay, it can be made a comparison also. Now, comparison can be between the fresh fruits and the vegetable juices as compared to the ones which are going to be available in a can or in a bottle. Okay, where some sort of a preservatives are being added, and what is the effect of those. Okay, that can be a study which can be made. Analysis of honey. There are various brands of honey. So what exactly the quality happens to the honey if we keep on changing the various parameters with respect to temperature and all that stuff. Next is we can go into the study of saponification reactions. Saponification, as the name is very clear, it's formation of a soap. It's a sodium or a potassium salt of a higher carboxylic acid. All right. Yes, my dear friends, we have some other ideas as well, which can be executed under the umbrella of chemistry projects. So we have number 11 is adverse effects on the human health of soft drinks. Next we have is about analysis of fertilizers. Next is about analysis of various qualities of milk. Okay, we have skim milk, we have got pasteurized milk, we have got full cream milk. Okay, so these can be analyzed. Estimation of citric acid in fruits. There are many citrus fruits, so you can estimate the citric acid content. Determination of caffeine in a tea. Determination of composition of a toothpaste. Analysis of antacid, which is going to neutralize the excess of acid in the stomach. Dyeing of wool, silk, cotton in certain dyes. One of the best example is malachite green. Study the effect of rust on the various surfaces. Analysis of acetic acid in vinegar. Percentage purity of components of various industrially used alloys. Preparation of ink. Synthesis of fibers. Removal of alcohol from the body by esterification reaction. Synthesis and decomposition of aspirin. Analysis of lubricants or greases. Relationship between the nucleic acid and the diseases. Fractional crystallization and distillation of the various mixtures. Analysis of paracetamol. Use of nanotechnology in the various fields. So these are, my dear friends, some of the ideas which I can give you, on which you can just work upon and prepare a project on that. Now, whenever I am going to talk about the commercial products, it can be say fruits or tea or honey or antacid or a toothpaste and all, please keep one thing in mind, and that is, in order to avoid any problems where some legal actions can be taken by the respective companies, and that is, please don't disclose the name of the brands which you are analyzing. Okay, you can just give them some codings. Okay, so if it is say milk, so you can just say that is, you can just talk about the type of milk, but don't give the brand name. Okay, like say any brand name, okay, which is going to prepare milk. Okay, same way for the toothpaste as well. Okay, you can just write it down as TP1, TP2, TP3 that way, depending upon how much toothpaste, how many toothpaste you are going to analyze, and then you can, make a comparative study. So, same way for the various qualities or the various brands of vinegar and etc. etc. So please keep this in mind very well. Okay, don't forget this. It's very important. Please never ever disclose the name of the brand, because if your analysis goes somewhere wrong, if you don't have the validation, then you might land up in a legal problem. So the best way is, we are doing over here at a smaller level. It's not at a mega level. Okay, it's just at a college level or an inter-college level and things like that, which I already specified. So it's always better to keep out of all these controversies and never disclose, please, the brands. Okay, example is analysis of paracetamol. So paracetamol is going to be sold under the brand name of various parts, but then you are not going to disclose that. Okay, you can just give a coding as P1, P2, P3 and all. Alright, so these are, my dear friends, some of the points that I wanted to share with you with respect to some of the chemistry projects. Okay, probably you must have got some idea about how you can just go ahead, because my intention of preparing this video is only to just initiate. Okay, and rest, of course, I've given you all the ideas how you can go ahead. Okay, please do participate in all these activities, because I've already mentioned what are the important uses, okay, that you get, okay, with respect to your overall development of the personality and all that stuff. So please do participate, and I wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you next time. Till then, bye-bye.